Oh, God, we're doing it again. Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
Great, you know how to change your oil. Good for you. Now never do it again. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Kris Straub.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. As you may or may not have heard, Jeff Kanata, some sort of just like parasitic thing.
He budded.
Yeah.
He goes through this asexual reproduction. It's sort of like molting.
Yeah.
And he just created a bud, and it spawned off of him, and apparently it did separate from the hull.
It's a tiny little perfect. It looks exactly like him.
Mm-hmm.
There is no genetic variation in Jeff Kanata's, as we all know.
No.
Each Jeff Kanata looks exactly like every other Jeff Kanata.
Right.
And it's fascinating. If you cut a Jeff Kanata's leg off, it grows right back.
Yeah. And as soon as the Jeff Kanata we know gets old enough, he will die and become food for the younger one. And it's kind of a beautiful thing if you think about it. Like, think about the ultimate thing that you could give to your offspring. And obviously, it's your body as food.
I was going to say one of those roller coasters that uses steel ball bearings.
Oh, yeah. Those are cool.
Those are like really cool.
Yeah.
Like you could give of your very flesh, but...
Right. But then when you got to get your own roller coaster someday.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to figure out what to put on your desk.
Anyway, he had a baby, and I guess he'll be back in like 18 to 22 years, however long it takes to raise a child.
Yeah, a lot. Well, I think it used to be that way a generation ago. Right now, everybody, like my parents are still raising me.
Yeah.
So,
well, this is done, like, I don't want to be like a stereotype or whatever, but this is done in my parents' basement. I am a guy with a podcast that's done out of his parents' basement.
But they're super nice.
They're super nice.
They've been so nice.
And they've been missing for so long.
I know. Interesting.
We got a story that was sent in to us by Sir Snowman88. I'm sure he pronounces it Snowman, but it's a regional thing.
Yeah, Snowman.
Snowman is what it is. He's from the Nantucket Snowmans.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. That's a nice family up there.
It's a great guy. Say hi to Steve. And this is about how researchers can find your deepest secrets through a brain scan. A simple EEG, Kris.
No.
Can release all of your just looking at your brain waves.
No.
Can tell any secret about you that they choose, according to this headline from Engadget.
I don't believe it. Oh, is that the company that makes the machine?
Yes.
That developed the system?
Engadget.
We could do it. We figured it out.
We can see everything. This is, God damn it, I hate headlines like this.
So you read the headline, and now we're going to find out what fraction of a fraction this is true. Well, it predicted that he was not asleep. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Yeah, okay.
It predicted that he was in the room thinking stuff. We asked, are you thinking stuff? And he said, no. And the machine was like, oh, he's thinking stuff.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
he just lied to you.
You just lied. According to this machine, you thinking stuff.
Yeah, guess what? Everybody's always thinking stuff.
Nah, man, I ain't thinking stuff.
This machine's got a good
I ain't never thought stuff.
You're thinking about stuff right now. Well, I could see.
How long we known each other? Come on.
I could tell.
I ain't thinking nothing.
Look, I was designed.
And I ain't saying nothing.
I was designed to determine whether or not somebody was thinking stuff. You don't think I know you're thinking stuff?
Nah, I'm just saying you don't know everyone.
I know you, though. I know what you're thinking about.
I'm not thinking about nothing.
I know what you're thinking about,
No. I didn't mean to make that sound like I was thinking stuff.
Naughty.
Because I wasn't. That's just a sound that I make sometimes when I'm not thinking stuff.
You're thinking about how close I just got.
No.
Yeah.
No, certainly not.
I gotcha.
I was just saying, but not thinking, that sometimes I make a noise like, when I'm not thinking hard.
Name one thing you're not thinking about right now.
That's a trap! Oh, wait, I just figured out that it's a trap. I just thought about it.
That's right, gotcha.
And now, in accordance with the law, you will be shot and killed.
What world is this? No thoughts allowed.
No thoughts allowed.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a little world I like to call the US of A. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
Whoa.
Politics.
Let me hit the soundboard.
Wake up, sheeple. This is real.
This is reality. You're living in it. No.
No, okay, so now what's the truth of this device?
Here's the truth. The truth of this device is Texas Tech University showed that EEG identification. So, like, here's the deal. They're thinking that they can identify people based on brainwave scans. Like, they might be able to
differentiate a person.
Yeah, they might be able to be like, oh, that's a Kris Straub.
Yeah.
We know who that is. That's Kris Straub.
Well, just look at me.
Yeah.
You don't have to look at my brain.
You don't need to look at my brainwave.
Just look at my picture. I got it on my driver's license.
Yeah, brainwave identification seems like a step too far. Like, you don't need it.
We've got along so far. We got fingerprints. You could do blood stuff.
Yeah.
You could just ask.
DNA?
Just ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do it.
There's a lot of ways. Like, you could just look at my Facebook profile photo and then look at me and be like,
That's the guy.
Well, actually, he did Powerpuff himself. Wait,
Well,
look at an older one. Okay,
I know.
Oh, wait, he madmaned himself.
No, if you do those, like, you can get in the ballpark.
Yeah.
It'll get you close.
Especially if they have a Simpsons yourself. Pretty close.
Yeah, that's
pretty
accurate.
close. This is made for, like, the world of Gattaca or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who?
I need to find out who you are while you're asleep.
Yeah.
That's when I need to learn. I can't have you know.
I've only ever known you as this one person for years, but perhaps you've been someone else this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God we finally have a device that takes care of that daily nuisance.
Yeah, now, here's the question. Is it discreet? Or do you have to
no, it's the size of an EEG scanner, so it's like you got to hook up all the little nodes.
Okay.
You got to, like, they're wearing the cap.
So, like, it's a thing that you could have, like, a front of a business that's like a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're cutting your hair. It's all good. Don't look in the mirror. We're just going to put this on your head. There you go. How's your day been?
They don't usually put me in the hairdryer. I have very short hair. And I don't really...
Okay, well,
all right. I guess this is fine.
Nice. All right, we're going to turn that on.
Okay.
And you're going to feel some shocks.
Why am I feeling that?
From the air.
Yeah.
And it's just dry in here. It's really dry. And then we're going to figure out what your best haircut's going to be.
Okay. I don't know. Why are we doing this?
It checks out.
Like, what does? His appointment was under his name. Like,
now we can do your hair.
Now we can.
We've had a lot of problems with this in the past.
Somebody comes in, says they're not who they are, and wants a haircut.
Right.
Well, why not just give it to them?
Because it's not Todd. That's why.
That's why.
Todd made the appointment. We just want to make sure we got a Todd in the chair.
Yeah. Any Todd?
Any Todd will do. It's not that accurate right now.
Sometimes we do a last initial.
Yeah.
Todd T. Todd T. Oh, I'm Todd V. Nope.
That's not him.
Nope. So they say that here's the problem. It's not like fingerprints. It's not that accurate. But they can generally sort of tell who you are. The thing that they think they can actually do now is see your secrets, specifically if you are secretly an alcoholic.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So can it specifically detect thoughts about alcohol?
No.
Okay. It's like you have to be such an alcoholic that every waking moment you're like, oh God, I gotta get it. Gotta get it.
So what they did is they created an EEG, like a piece of software or for an EEG scanner that compared brainwave scans from people against brainwave scans of a group of known alcoholics.
I see.
And then the machine successfully identified a certain percentage of people who said before they went under, and I'm going to let you guess the percentage in a moment because this is great. So they got in a bunch of people who said they were alcoholics, right? And then they put them under the brain scanner,
right,
and checked to see if something about their brain waves matched. And they used this machine learning algorithm to compare all of the brain scans together to figure out the brain waves of an alcoholic. And the machine got it right. How many percent of the time?
I'm going to say 14%.
That's actually a little under. 25.
Okay.
It was right 1 out of every 4 times.
Okay.
Which is basically like if you asked a baby to point to an alcoholic.
Yeah. There's one alcoholic in this room. Who is it? This kid's a genius. This kid's got it. What algorithm is he running on? He's the one. He's like, he points at the researcher. Oh, shit, this guy got me. He got my number.
Steve, really?
Yeah, it's me. I've been trying to hide it. I don't know why I started working on this project. I've been trying to keep this a secret.
I think you started working on the project because you wanted me to know. I knew something was going on, man. You knew you could talk to me.
It's never been... You could talk to me and the baby. Come on,
The
you know
baby
we're
just
friends.
walks off into the sunset.
Yeah.
My work here is done.
Give it.
I'm a baby.
Give him the Incredible Hulk walk-away music. To the next town to find the next alcoholic.
All that baby wants is a blankie and a cuddle, but it's got too much work to do.
Yeah.
It's got to find the alcoholics in every town.
I'll have to find the next guy who says he's sober. It's my curse. I gotta help everybody before I can find a home.
But it actually comes out vocalizes. But seriously, if you put me in a room with 4 people and you were like, point to the alcoholic.
One is an alcoholic.
One's an alcoholic. Point. And like, close your eyes and point.
Yeah.
I'd probably get it right about a quarter of the time, right?
Probably. I don't know. Like, here's where it becomes useful. Are there statistics for how many alcoholics there are in a given group? If it's 25%, then this thing does nothing.
Right. Well,
it doesn't do anything.
Well, all of these people were alcoholics, right?
Oh, that's true.
Like, they all came in. They were like, I'm an alcoholic. It's like, cool. Let's scan your brain and look for the alcohol waves.
Yeah.
Like,
and guess what? We found him every time.
I feel like this is some Road to Wellsville shit. I feel like it's just like, we're going to scan your brain to see if there's any alcohol waves, and then we're going to put you in the bath with the eels.
Found him. The machine's not on yet. I found him. Let's get in there. Come on.
I found him. I turned the crank. I saw the waves. Let's get you in there.
Don't masturbate again.
The more you masturbate, the more you'll need to drink.
Eat my cereal instead. I don't know what good this thing is. And here's the other thing. The researchers, so they understand how a machine can learn.
Yeah.
This is going to be the future. I think they're just like, we got a machine learning algorithm, hook people up, and then we'll just figure out what traits pop out. You know what? It's alcoholism. This thing can find alcoholics.
Yeah, that's
fine. They didn't know what it was going to do before they started this. It's not like they set out to create an alcoholic finding machine, but this is what it turned out to be.
Yeah, I wonder why they chose alcoholism.
I bet because it's the easiest thing, the easiest brainwave pattern that just spikes.
Well,
it's the most unique one.
Well, because here's what I bet. I bet alcoholism, I bet addiction sets off certain centers of your brain, like makes them higher activity than other centers, right?
Right.
This is, and it's a mix of physical and mental stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So depending on how long you've been an alcoholic, certain functions of your brain are impaired, certain areas of your brain are impaired, certain areas are working overtime. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess if it physically changes your brain, then yeah, it'd be easy to find. But to present this, if I was Engadget, if I was Steven Engadget,
yeah,
the guy who runs Engadget,
the CEO.
Yeah, the CEO of Engadget, and somebody like handed that into my desk, because as the CEO, I'm very hands-on, all the way down to what articles people write. I know we have editors for that. I know that.
No.
But I'm the heart and soul of Engadget.
Yeah, you gotta stay in touch with your groups.
As was my father and his father before him. Back when Engadget was a series of telegrams delivered by pigeons.
When they came to America, they were the Engadget. They used to be the Engagés from France.
The Engadgetsteins.
Yeah.
And they were just like, too long.
Too much.
Not going to do it. You trust me. You're going to have an easier time.
Right.
If we just cut this last bit off.
I know it feels like you're, betraying your roots and all that, but it's okay. Yeah. It's all right.
And I get this on my desk, and I'm thinking to myself, the headline is, "Machine can see your deepest secrets." I might go, guys, maybe you don't need a brainwave scanner to tell what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah. That's kind
I'm thinking it's gold.
Get that thing in my office.
Ka-chunk.
Print. How many of these can we make? Ship it. Okay, what if the machine is actually figuring out there's actually a uniform lie that people who are addicted to pornography tell, and that is that they're alcoholics. So it's actually very good at detecting something else.
What's your deeper secret? Alcoholism.
I drink all the time.
Alcoholism.
That's
I can't
what
stop. I certainly can't stop. I've alcoholed my way to tennis elbow. I've alcoholed my way. I've got a really weird rash.
So, okay, well, that's great. We got the machine on you right now. I'm going to set this alcohol in front of you. Does that do anything?
I drink alcohol so much. Oh, yeah.
It's
really
not
great.
Spiking. Nothing's changing.
I drink alcohol so much that I pee weird.
Whoops. I dropped this pencil. I'm just going to turn around and grab it. Whoa, we got a spike.
Yeah, it's this vodka.
It's a delayed reaction.
It's a delayed reaction. Vodka is usually a delayed reaction for me. I have the most willpower when it comes to asses, vodka.
God, we are good at learning things here.
Yeah, this
machine is amazing.
This is the future.
This machine is a wunderkind.
Call Steven and Gadget. I think we have the headline for tomorrow's edition. Is that how blogs work? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't.
Stop the presses.
Stop the
No more typing. Stop the upload.
Stop the pigeon.
Go get the thing on his leg. I got another one for you.
Yeah, this is a bad headline. I hate headlines like this because all they've really done is they're 25% of the way to identifying the brain activity of an alcoholic.
Yeah.
They're not 25% of the way towards finding our deepest secrets or identifying us based on our brainwaves or any of this fucking Gibson shit they think they're doing.
What is deepest secrets is so unfair. Alcoholism is one secret.
It's one secret.
And a lot of the time, it's not even that deep.
Most of the time, alcoholics are very forthcoming about it because it's part of not drinking anymore.
Yes.
It's actually not a very deep, dark secret for most. And actually, if all the alcoholics you had come in were volunteering the information that they're alcoholics, they might have entirely different brain activity than people that are hiding the fact that they're alcoholics.
Yeah. You know what you could do? How about this, researchers? Go set this machine up at an AA meeting.
Yeah.
This thing's batting 1,000. This thing can predict it every time as long as it's in that room.
Sure. Set it up at a bar at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Holy, this bartender knows better than the machine. He should teach it.
Yeah. And funnily enough, we're getting totally different brain activity from all of the people that are drinking in this bar right now.
Yeah. Well, we got to integrate that into our model. We got to make it work.
It's really weird. We've been batting 1,000. And by 1,000, I mean like 0.250.
Yeah.
But now we're batting like not at all. And I don't know why. I don't get what the change was. They're all alcoholics.
This is why we need $8 more million. We burned through the rest, and we got to get back in there. We got to refine that model,
Listen,
my friend.
My family's money mostly goes into publishing. And the more money I give you guys here, and also I think it's a conflict of interest that I keep writing about you guys.
Listen,
in my,
Mr. Engadget.
Is it a paper? I don't know. My dad was much better at this stuff.
Mr. Engadget, what could be better than finding out which of your enemies in the publishing world is an alcoholic? Imagine the power that you would wield over them when you were able to send them that envelope that says, I know what you drink at night, and then they're in your hands. You could get whatever you want out of them.
And all we have to do is get them to come in, sit down, put this cap on.
Tell us they're an alcoholic.
Along with all the electrodes. Tell us they're an alcoholic, and then compare the information.
Right. And then we're right
They'll
a quarter
never
of the time.
see it coming. Take that, Michael Verge.
That's right. That's the future that I want to live in.
My God, it's the cyberpunk dystopia we've all been afraid of.
I know.
Truly, technology has gone too far.
It doesn't work very well.
When does it stop?
But when it does, it's
when does
chilling.
it start?
When does it start?
After it starts, can it continue consistently?
Wait, we have created this horrifying engine, and we just cannot get the thing to turn over. But once it does, we are going to be living in a future hellscape that Orwell himself could not have predicted.
We'll be able to tell what anybody's thinking just by sneaking up behind them, hooking up a couple hundred electrodes to their head, and then specifically asking them if they're alcoholics.
That's right.
I don't want to live in this world. What happened to the America I knew?
It's also like a placebo effect. Because, like, what are the electrodes hooked up to? Well, a lot of the time, nothing, but they get real nervous.
Just his baby.
Yeah. He knows right off the bat. He didn't even need the electrodes. Yeah, the electrodes, they go to the baby, and he can just tell who we're talking about because the trail goes right back to the guy's head.
It's like that guy.
Obviously, this guy.
1 out of every 4 times, that baby identifies where the strings are headed.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think about this? This could be something sometimes we do get a little... Chris and I have been doing this for over 300 episodes, nonstop. It's always been Chris. Sometimes we get a little snarky about this stuff, and we're missing maybe the point or the bigger idea here. You can let us know if we're doing that. It's entirely possible that we're slapping this thing down, and we don't understand what a huge, huge step this is. I don't think that's true. But you can let us know on Twitter. I'm at acarboni.
I'm at Kris Straub.
And hey, if you're enjoying the show, and we really hope you are, I probably hope you are more than Chris. I don't know why, but it just feels like I'm more involved.
I just don't feel like I have a stake in it that much.
Even after 300 episodes? Regardless of how involved Chris feels, we would still love for you to leave a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever it is you're listening to the show. And hey, maybe they're going to ask you to write a review. Don't do that. No one reads those. What we would love is for you just to like write about how much you're enjoying Kris and how much he means to the show since he's been here from the beginning. He feels like a little less involved than he used to. It'd be great if you like give us some of your favorite Kris memories from the history of the show. We really like that.
That would lure me in. That would do a lot to up my stake, I think.
All right, you have your homework.